More proof elites are out of touch with Canadian values. I'm Brian Lilley with the Rebel.media. When Conservative leadership candidate Kellie Leitch suggested that we might want to screen immigrants and refugee applicants for anti-Canadian values, the Laurentian elite across this country, they lost their collectivist little minds. They were beside themselves. What a horrible idea. How racist, how anti-Canadian itself, even as they said there's no such thing as Canadian values. And then came the polls showing that no, the majority of Canadians actually sided with Leitch, including strong majorities of Liberal and New Democratic Party voters. So, what's the latest news? Well, a poll from Angus Reid shows that when it comes to integration and immigration, Canadians are more likely to say they want more, not less, integration. From the poll, 68% agreed with the following statement: minorities should do more to fit in better with mainstream Canadian values, versus 32% that agreed with the statement, we should encourage cultural diversity with different groups keeping their own customs and languages. 68% more integration. Now, on the flip side, it turns out that 67% believe that immigrants to their community, their neighborhood, their town, their city, are doing an all right job of fitting in. But they obviously see something that bothers them out there. Even if they think the majority are doing a good job, there's a minority of minorities that they say need to do better. There's another couple of questions in this poll that show warning signs for politicians that want to avoid a full-on Brexit meltdown or Trump-style anger sweeping the nation. I've always said politicians need to pay attention to the public, especially on issues like integration, immigration. Doesn't mean you have to pander, but don't dismiss people who have concerns that maybe their country isn't what it used to be as just being xenophobic, as being racist. They might be onto something. And that's where these next two questions come in, because majorities actually say that it seems like the values and ideals I most care about are losing ground. 66% said they agree with that statement. And then the next question, it's impossible for me to have any real influence on the political decisions that affect me. 62% agree with that. If you don't think that that's a simmering powder keg of resentment underneath, then think again. And with those numbers, the Liberal elites can't just turn around and dismiss this as being something that is just knuckle-dragging conservative rednecks. No, this is something that speaks to about 2/3 of the Canadian public. That has to be something worrisome to politicians. If 2/3 of Canadian adults say, I don't feel like my values are being represented in the country anymore, and I don't think that I have any influence over political decisions, while they're also saying we need more integration, those are the types of powder keg sentiments that they need to worry about, that they need to deal with before you end up with a Brexit. If they're so horrified at Brexit, if they're so horrified at Donald Trump, well, here's an idea. Deal with those issues now before you end up with your own powder keg in Canada. This poll, as far as I can see, is a warning. Are they willing to pay attention? I hope you like what you just watched, and if you did, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already so you never miss another Rebel video, and make sure you head on over to the Rebel.media, become a member so you can enjoy premium content. We don't get $1 billion a year from taxpayers like the other guys, so if you like what we do, we need your support any way you can give it.